Good afternoon and welcome everyone to this afternoon's presentation of Marketing Strategy for Small Business, sponsored by the SCORE Hudson Valley chapters and Greater New York chapters. And that includes Dutchess, Long Island, Orange, Putnam, Queens, Rockland, Staten Island, Ulster, and Westchester. Next slide, please. A little bit about SCORE Hudson Valley and Greater New York. Our goal is to foster vibrant small businesses through free mentoring and education. We serve our small business communities by providing confidential business mentoring, webinars and workshops, and extensive online educational resources. We service startups to established businesses. Our volunteer business mentors have a wide-ranging industry experiences and areas of expertise to draw upon. Next slide. These are the contact points to reach out to any of the chapters sponsoring this webinar this afternoon. Again, you will get copies of these charts, so no need to write all this down. Next chart, please. This little home housekeeping notes. Everyone will be muted during the presentation. As we go, you please submit any questions into the Q&A box, not chat. The chat function has been disabled. We will look to answer as many questions as possible at the end of the presentation and review those that were asked in our responses. Next chart. In today's webinar, you will learn the following. What is marketing and why is it important? Explore the key elements of a marketing strategy and low to no cost tactics any small business can implement within the next 3 to 6 months. Next slide, please. It's my pleasure to introduce Ashley Arias this afternoon, B2B product marketing specialist at the Hudson Valley Credit Union. The Hudson Valley Credit Union has been a longtime supporter of the Dutchess chapter, sponsoring workshops and webinars. Ashley contributes to product development, leads marketing strategy, and is responsible for campaign planning and execution of the credit union's business products and services. She is a passionate marketing professional with 10 years of experience in various industries, including financial services, tourism, and retail. Without any further ado, I'd like to turn it over to Ashley. Welcome, Ashley.
Thanks for having me, Bill. Good afternoon, everyone. I am so excited to be here with you today as we explore the building blocks of marketing strategy and some of the tactics that your business can implement within the next 3 to 6 months. Before we start, I just wanted to take a quick second and add a disclaimer here. Today's presentation is not endorsed by, directly affiliated with, or sponsored by any of the companies or brands you'll see in the slides. All right, let's dive in. Marketing strategy is the long-term game plan for reaching prospective customers and converting their interest into a purchase. Solidifying your ideas and developing a concrete methodology for marketing your products and services allows you to mitigate risk, improve efficiency, and avoid confusion. It provides you with a sense of direction and focuses attention on achieving results. With a blueprint in hand, you can reach your target audience by concentrating your limited resources on your greatest opportunities. Marketing is a key area of success for your business. It helps you define who your customers are, drives demand, and establishes brand reputation. When done correctly, it can transform your business into a household name. So, a little bit about me. As Bill mentioned before, my name is Ashley Arias, and next year is my 10th year as a marketing professional. If I'm being really honest, I could say that my passion for marketing started way back in 2003 when using HTML code to update and personalize your MySpace profile was cool. A lot of us, myself included, spent hours meticulously curating picture-perfect albums, color schemes, the perfect songs, and our list of top 8 friends. So much time deciding if the page we built really captured the essence of who we were. You could say that we were building our very own personal brand for the world to see. I currently serve as the business product marketing specialist at Hudson Valley Credit Union. I know, fancy title. What it really means is that I handle all of the marketing activities, including product launches, campaign planning, and performance reporting for our business products and services like business checking, credit cards, and business lending. Personally, I've lived in the area for almost 20 years. I have a beautiful son named Theodore, and my husband is a small business owner based in Brewster. Small business drives the local economy, and I have been fortunate enough to work for some of the hardest working business owners in the Hudson Valley. And working for a small business often means having to tackle a lot of roles and pitching in wherever needed, something I'm sure you're all familiar with. But there's something special about the early stages of a small business. You get to experiment, innovate, and try new things, all of which is essential to marketing. So, what is marketing? It's creating, communicating, and delivering offerings to potential customers and clients. The 4 Ps, right? This is often referred to as the marketing mix, and it's a concept that's been around since the 1950s. If you're not familiar with the 4 Ps, they are product. This is the solution that you're offering to the market. If you're an established business, you've likely already identified the need for your product or service. When defining your offerings and introducing them to the market, you want to clearly highlight the benefits and features. What makes your offering special? Highly successful businesses also tend to keep an eye on the marketplace to see if any gaps open up where they could introduce a new product or look for ways to modernize their current products. Pricing is the amount customers are willing to pay for a product or service. Prices are typically linked to costs and demand, as well as the product's real or perceived value. Business owners can decide to mark up the price if the product appears to be a luxury or exclusive item, or you can discount it so that more people have access to it. Placement is how the product is going to be sold and distributed, as well as the physical or digital location where it will be available. Products and services should be offered where consumers are most likely to purchase. And finally, promotion is how customers will find out about your products and services. This encompasses all marketing activities, as well as the overall media strategy for introducing the product or service to market. It's the inbound and outbound marketing you'll do to push potential customers to purchase. Technology has changed so much about business in the last decade, and that includes the ways in which we market. So while the 4 Ps are still essential to your business, you must also figure out how to brand successfully, tackle social media, manage a website, make sure your business is listed on search engines, build content, and the list goes on. This can sound overwhelming and costly, especially as an entrepreneur or business owner who likely doesn't have the time. But there are a few ways you can set yourself up for success until you have the ability to bring someone on to do it for you. And we'll explore some of those strategies in a bit. Why is marketing important for your business? Marketing stimulates brand awareness and helps establish or maintain the reputation of your business. It's a powerful way to build momentum and initiate demand. Working towards making your organization the authority within the industry you serve will help facilitate scaled growth. It also provides you with the opportunity to engage with potential customers and build a community. Now more than ever, people are paying attention to where they spend their money. They're taking special care to research and purchase only with those brands whose core values align with their views, which brings us to storytelling. At the core of every great brand is a story. And marketing is important because it gives you control of the narrative. Let's take a look at a few examples. Privacy matters. In this simple yet impactful ad, Apple is telling you, the consumer, that it takes your privacy seriously. They're building a story that says they are at the forefront of taking measures to protect your privacy and data with their device. Very important in a time when it can feel like devices are monitoring your every move. You can't stop sport, or us, depending on how you read it. The marketing team at Nike does a phenomenal job of storytelling. This is emotional, compelling. It's not necessarily driving you to purchase, but your interest is piqued and the brand sticks with you. You get a sense of Nike's values and what they stand for. When you build your brand, it inherently takes on some of the values that you hold as an individual. As the owner, you decide what your business stands for, how your employees represent themselves as an extension of the brand, and how you will respond to your customers. This is all part of your brand identity. Take Ben and Jerry's, for instance. We believe that ice cream can change the world. Their work is guided not only by flavor, but by meaning. It's not just a gimmick to draw people in. They back up their statements with charitable contributions that align with their mission statement. They're transparent with their stance on socioeconomic issues, using their ice cream flavors to spread the word and tell their story. Word of mouth is the most impactful form of marketing. The story is going to be told about your business, and whether that is positive or negative is up to you. To do this well, it's important for you to research who your customers are, where they're finding their information, where they spend their time, and any motives that may ultimately drive them to purchase or use your products and services. You can formalize all of this by establishing a marketing strategy. Every company needs a strategy that sets the direction for all product and marketing related activities with specific milestones tied to goals. A well-defined strategy will align your team, tie your marketing efforts to your business objectives, and help you find innovative ways to reach your target audience. Marketing is a dynamic and ever-evolving field. Documenting your value proposition, key brand messaging, creative themes, the marketing mix you'll use, as well as the channels and tactics needed to execute your plan, give it structure while maintaining the flexibility to adjust if market conditions change. That is to say, your strategy should be readjusted from time to time based on your organization's top goals and objectives. Here are a few things you should consider as you start drafting your plan. Your why or mission statement is at the heart of your marketing strategy. It dictates your core values and defines your brand identity. It's important to decide what solutions you're providing, how you want to be perceived in the market, and how you intend to position your business. You want to clearly outline how you align with your prospective customers. Reflect on the human characteristics that can aid in illustrating your brand identity and the voice you'll use in crafting future communications. Remember, your brand is an extension of you, so your brand identity and the offerings you're providing should agree with your beliefs and motivations. Market research is the foundation of your plan because it establishes the viability of your product or service. There are several areas of research that could capture your attention. Depending on budget, you could conduct focus groups, collect feedback through surveys, allow potential customers to test your product, and so on. Two primary areas where you should focus your time are competitive analysis and target market analysis. It's important to identify who your customers may seek out as an option or alternative during the consideration phase. Competitive analysis will uncover who your competition is and how large their footprint is and how much of the market they're commanding. Be sure to survey their website, their social channels, and any other public-facing promotion to get a sense of what their values are and how you differ. Target market analysis, on the other hand, helps you determine the size and characteristics of your audience. Demographic and geographic data help narrow the description of your buyer. Here you'll summarize where your customers live, their age, gender, marital status, interests, and some of the ways they like to shop. If you're feeling really ambitious, this is also when you would start creating buyer personas. Buyer personas are semi-fictional representations of your customers based on what you uncovered during your research. Having a deep understanding of who your customers are is key to the rest of your strategy. Building buyer personas allows you to consider customer behaviors and customize products and content based on their specific needs. Next, you want to define what you're looking to achieve. Is it an increase in sales? Would you like to generate more leads? Are you looking to reach a new audience? Your goals and key performance indicators, also known as KPIs, give you the opportunity to look at all of the marketing tactics available so that you can select the right ones. For example, your storefront has been open for a few months, and although you have some traffic coming through the door, you'd like to have more. In this instance, your goal may be to increase foot traffic by 5%. To do this, you may want to leverage an awareness channel like Facebook, where you could generate a large number of impressions, or email, where you could more accurately target people who are interested in your products and services with an offer that would drive them to come into the store. After you've identified your goals, You want to be sure to assess which tools and resources you may need to achieve them. Project management software, customer relationship systems, creative platforms like Adobe Creative Cloud or Canva, web content management systems, email marketing automation platforms, and analytic tools all fall under this purview. You also want to evaluate the internal and external talent that you could bring on to help you hit your objectives. These may be people on your team that have an affinity for marketing, someone who has an eye for photography, for instance, or someone who is passionate about social media. Additionally, you could also bring on a consultant that can guide your team and assist in executing tactical campaigns. Once you've reviewed all of the things that you may need to execute your plan, you'll want to outline exactly how much you have or are willing to spend on marketing. This can be a set annual budget, or you could allocate a percentage of your yearly revenue. Having a budget available specifically for marketing allows you to measure the effectiveness of your promotional campaigns. A large budget isn't necessary to successfully market your products and services, but you should invest where you're likely to get the largest return based on your goals. Finally, you'll bring your content and creative to life and execute on your plan using the tactics provided in your marketing strategy. Give your campaigns at least 90 days to run and collect results. Marketing campaigns are fluid, and you want to use the data you collected to evaluate and make changes necessary to campaigns that may not be performing the way you intended. This will allow you to continuously optimize for growth. Let's take a look at some low to no cost tactics you can insert into your marketing strategy once you get started. Grassroots marketing is boots on the ground guerrilla marketing. It's like word of mouth times 10. When you launch your business, it's important to get out into the community. You want to be sure that people associate your brand with warm, positive sentiments. There are a number of ways you can do this. You can sign up for your local Chamber of Commerce or join a business group. Many of you are members of SCORE, and if you're not, you should definitely consider it. Chambers and business groups have a well of resources available at their disposal. They're conduits for networking and for meeting other business owners who can share experience and guidance with you as you grow your business. They also provide free and paid for advertising avenues where you can promote your products, services, and events. If you have some time and money to invest, consider purchasing a booth at a business expo or community event. These can range anywhere from $100 to $10,000, depending on the event and the amount of exposure you're looking to receive. Even at the lowest tier, you'll be able to secure a table and have the ability to meet potential customers face to face. Think about building goodwill by sponsoring charities in your area that align with your mission. Remember the Ben & Jerry's example. Tell your story by tapping into networks of people who are like-minded. This type of affiliation establishes positive brand affinity and lets potential customers know who you are and what your values are. So now that you're out and about in the community, spreading the word about your products and services, people may start to get curious about your business. Where are they headed? Online to look you up. Let's talk about your website. Search engine optimization, or SEO, is the practice of optimizing your web content so that search engines like Google and Bing can easily find it. Interesting fact I learned recently is that although Bing isn't as widely used as Google, it's still important to have your business listed and ranked, because if you have an Amazon Dot or Echo, this is where Alexa pulls the information from. Speaking of technology we integrate into our everyday lives, 63% of people use mobile devices they carry around with them every day to search for the products and services they need. Alarmingly, 75% of people never make it past the first page of a Google search. That's like having 100 people RSVP to your wedding and having 75 of them leave before the reception. A travesty when you're paying $175 per plate. So what do you have to do to ensure that your website is listed and found? If you haven't already, make sure you claim or create your listing using Google or Bing's Business Profile Manager. Once you've logged in, you'll be able to review your listing for accuracy, get insights on how often customers search for your business, check reviews, see your call history, and more. If you're new to the platform, you may even be eligible for free advertising credits. Next, Let's take a look at some of the technical elements of your site that need to be considered when it comes to optimizing for search. Ideally, you'd have a web developer handle the majority of the work, but if you had to do some of it yourself, here are 3 key areas you should focus on. Title tags help you accurately depict what your web page is about. It's fall, maybe you're an outdoors person and you want to set up your backyard with a great patio and a fireplace. So you whip out your phone and start a search. Google comes back and delivers you this result: 25 backyard decorating ideas by Good Housekeeping. That highlighted area there is the title tag. It gives you a 5-second overview of what you'll find on the page when you click it. Meta description is the summary of the content on your page, and it usually falls within 110 to 160 characters in length. In this search result, you can see that an expanded description of what's on the page about inbound marketing and get a better sense of the content you'll read when you follow the link. Lastly, keywords are the words and phrases that customers use when they enter a query into the search bar. You can see here that this person entered green tea into the search bar, and Google went through millions of websites for a match, coming back with Healthline's article as a result because it has the content that's related to green tea. These are the building blocks of SEO. When the search engines send their spiders out to crawl your website, they're looking for content that's relevant to the queries someone has entered into the search bar. Thankfully, web design platforms like Wix, Squarespace, and WordPress make it very simple and easy for you to update these areas with step-by-step checklists and prompts. Now that we're driving tons of traffic through SEO, let's talk about the content a potential customer might find when they land on your site. Content marketing establishes expertise, promotes brand awareness, and keeps your business top of mind. It also works to strengthen your SEO and improve your relevancy score. Content is a major investment, and it takes time to build traction, but it is key in the consideration phase, where future customers are searching for the right product or service to fill their need. It can be both gated, where you use a form to generate leads and provide them with valuable content in return, or gated, like a blog, where the information is readily available to users as they're browsing your site. You started your business because you wanted to offer something that was missing in the market, or you found a way to do it better than your competitors. You've invested lots of time learning about your craft, and you are the expert on the subject. Content provides you with the opportunity to focus on what your customer wants and then position your brand as the solution. There are several types of content that you can use depending on the audience you're looking to target. Blogs are the most common type of content, and they're most effective when providing relevant, timely information and updates about your products and services. Listicles are popular because they're easy to read, numbered lists that can be quickly scanned for information. Ebooks, or electronic books, are a form of content that can be downloaded from an email or your website. They provide an opportunity to expand upon a topic in a visually dynamic way. Video, especially 1 to 3 minute short form videos, are becoming prominent with the rise of social channels like TikTok or social features like Instagram Reels. Podcasts can have massive reach and are typically simple to produce and distribute. And webinars provide a way to have lively, energetic discussions with subject matter experts. It's important to remember that transparency and honesty go a long way when it comes to writing and developing content. If your products and services aren't truly the solution for the person searching, it's okay to acknowledge that. They'll still walk away with valuable knowledge and information that you've provided, and will likely return to you when they have more questions or when your product is the right fit. So let's talk about email marketing. Every day, your phone pings with offers, exclusive discounts, news, and more. I guarantee you've received at least 15 of them during this session. More if you have a habitual spending problem like I do. Email marketing leverages the first-party data you've collected through your lead generation forms, newsletter signups, and purchases to send specific, relevant information to your customers. When done successfully, it's one of the most valuable tools in your arsenal. And the more you know about your customers, the better your communications will perform. Here are a few guidelines you should keep in mind when it comes to sending your emails to customers and clients. Segmentation is the act of grouping your contacts based on similar interests, demographics, or activities. This is key to delivering the right message to the right audience. Let's say you wanted to send a $20 coupon for dumbbells. You could send it to all of the contacts on your email list, potentially risking unsubscribes or spam flags. Or you could spend some time identifying the people on your list who may have an interest in fitness, home gyms, or weightlifting based off of the content they've downloaded or web pages they've viewed. These are the people who are more likely to purchase. So sending this smaller group the offer is going to improve your odds of making a sale and will keep you from negatively impacting your email subscriber list. Remove the manual work where possible. Email platforms like MailChimp and HubSpot offer free tools that can help you automate recurring messages like thank you emails after someone makes a purchase, anniversary emails celebrating milestones with your company, or birthday offers. You can use these tools to save time while nurturing valuable customers with consistent, relevant, and timely communications. There's conflicting research out there, but studies show that the average human attention span lives somewhere between 8 and 12 seconds, which is why your emails need to be easily scanned for information with clear calls to action. If you need to tell them more, make use of hyperlinks to specific web pages, blog posts, or videos where they can expand upon the topic if they're interested. Developing a captivating subject line is an art form. You have to consider a number of things, including word count, whether or not it contains helpful or negative words, and how it will look on different screens. Before you hit send on your email, try using a subject line tester to measure how effective it might be. There are several laws in place that oversee the content you're allowed to send in your emails and how you're allowed to send it. These protect customers from potential fraud and abuse and give them control over their inbox. If you communicate with your customers via email, you should familiarize yourself with the CAN-SPAM Act and its requirements. One last thing, when you're building your emails, don't forget to add a way for customers to share. People who love your products and services are the best advocates for your business, which brings us to referral marketing. There are many ways to cultivate referrals. When you delight your customers or exceed their expectations, they're likely to leave positive reviews or recommend you to their family and friends. The same can be said for the latter. If the interaction or product isn't up to par, the customer will make sure you know it. In this case, the referral can be seen as an opportunity to improve your product or service. Referrals and testimonials are the easiest way to drum up new business. There is nothing more impactful than a real person talking about the genuine experience they've had with your business. So how can you find out what's being said? Google has a great feature that will send automatic alerts to your inbox anytime your business is mentioned on the web. So you want to be sure to go in and set up your keywords. You can also use this to keep an eye on your competitors. Periodically, check for any profiles that match your business on review sites like Yelp, Trusted Pilot, TripAdvisor, or CitySearch. These sites collect unsolicited feedback and typically remain unmonitored. Consider crafting a survey that taps into your existing customer base and asks for feedback. These are people who know you and have already put their trust in your business. I want to mention here that incentives for surveys can be helpful, but they can also lead to results that are skewed in one way or another. Don't forget about your social media sites. Each platform provides a way to solicit organic and real-time feedback from customers. You want to be sure to spend some time looking over what's being said, and while you're there, be sure to interact with some of the people who like your page. Once you sift through the chatter and find out which channels your customers are having discussions on, you can think about setting up a referral program. This leverages your most valuable customers with an incentive and generates warm leads, since they're most likely to know which friends, colleagues, and family members would be willing to try or use your product or service. Just a note on referrals. Sometimes we have the compulsive urge to respond when something is negative. But this isn't always the best course of action. The old adage that you can't make everyone happy is a very true statement. There are just some customers who will not be satisfied with your response, no matter how well crafted or how well meaning it is. This also doesn't mean that you should ignore every negative review you receive. It's important to be professional yet authentic in your responses, and to keep in mind that the interactions should be productive. The number of people using some type of social media platform is expected to reach almost 6 billion by 2027. Social media is a powerful way to cultivate relationships and build community. Your business can't afford to not have a presence on at least one of these sites. Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Pinterest are all very different platforms with distinct features and contrasting audiences. The channels you choose for your business should be aligned with your organizational goals. So if you're looking to target men and women between 18 and 25, you may want to spend more time and effort on TikTok than you would Facebook. Or if your business creates a lot of how-to videos or tutorials, you may want to build a subscriber base on YouTube. Social media provides you with the opportunity to put your brand's identity on display, a way to build your story. It allows you to connect and have meaningful interactions with your customers. You want to be sure that you can post and network regularly, since engagement is the most significant metric when it comes to measuring the success of your social channels. Keep in mind that each platform has its own algorithm, and this will determine how frequently or how visible your posts are. These are just some of the ways that you can build your brand and tell your story. As you grow and expand your business, you'll want to consider mixing in other traditional and digital marketing tactics like paid media and out-of-home advertising. Your marketing strategy is a way to achieve your business goals through understanding the needs of your customers and clearly outlining your competitive advantages. Through these activities, you can attract, engage, delight, and build a community of loyal customers and clients. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Ashley. Very, very valuable information and lots of wonderful tidbits for our clients to follow. So we'll open it up to some questions. If you just push it up to the next slide, Ashley. Here
Absolutely.
we go. Okay, we have a couple on. Do you find email marketing effective?
Absolutely. It's one of the best ways to target a specific audience that you're looking to reach. It's definitely something that we use every single day. Our email automation marketing platform is always open on my desktop. And we send several communications based off of who we're looking to reach and how we're looking to reach them. People want to hear from you, and they want to hear things that are relevant to your products and services. So it definitely is a very effective tool.
Thank you. Next question: for a product intended to be used by commercial customers, are Twitter and LinkedIn better than Facebook or other social media for product advertising?
You know, the type of social media you use really comes down to your goals and objectives. Twitter is great for real-time communication and real-time conversations. So, you know, there are a lot of businesses on there having up-to-date scaled conversations with their customers. LinkedIn is a professional avenue. It's a professional marketing platform. So definitely if you're looking to reach commercial clients, that's one of the ways to do it. But they're commercial clients and businesses, they're people like you and I. So they definitely probably still use Facebook, and they use Instagram and all the other social channels too. It really comes down to what your objectives are.
Thank you. How can I get help with my competitive analysis?
Here, I would say that you really want to lean on those business groups. So leaning on some of the resources within the chambers and within SCORE, leaning on your mentors to help with the competitive analysis is key. But really, it's as simple as starting to look at other competitors' websites to see what are they offering, what products or services that they have, what are their pricing, what does their pricing look like, and just start to get a feel of what that looks like and how that compares to where you are.
Thank you. Next one is not a question, but a compliment. Great slide deck, and we would certainly agree with that.
Thank you.
Next, with regards to the research, where would you find the demographic and geographic data that you mentioned?
So this really can come in two forms. You can either, you want to look at what you have and what's available to you, right? So your email subscriber base, as you're collecting information on the forums, you may want to ask questions about what cities do they live in, what states do they live in, and this will give you some first party data. If you're leveraging other platforms like Google Analytics, you can take a look at who's coming and who's trafficking, what type of traffic is coming to your website. So Google Analytics is definitely a great tool to look at your website traffic, since to see the different demographics and geographic data that's coming in, as well as your first party data.
Okay, thank you. Next question I'll take care of. Will we get today's presentation in email? The answer to that is yes. All registrants will get a copy of the presentation slides, the recording, and Ashley has also provided to every registrant an ebook titled Marketing Strategy for Small Businesses. So thank you, Ashley, for that.
Of course.
Next question, what are the best ways to get email addresses for your target audience?
Some of the best ways are to use those lead generation forms. So if you have a website, you can use a form to collect information using content. So if you're offering some type of ebook or podcast or video, you want to use a form to collect their information. You can also do like a newsletter sign up. So if you have the ability to communicate with them frequently using email, you can use a newsletter sign up to get their email address as well. But you definitely want them to consent and give you permission to send the communications.
Okay. What are the best ways to get email addresses for your target audience?
I think we just answered that.
I just answered that one.
Yeah.
My apologies.
It's okay.
Okay, what are your thoughts about SMM marketing? Do you think more like do they look more like spam, but they have more likelihood of getting customers' attention?
So SMS is text message marketing, I believe.
Right.
And I know there are a lot of businesses that do use SMS marketing, typically businesses who work in sales. And that can be a useful tool. I think realistically, you want to meet your customers where they are. So if your business is one that lends to SMS marketing, where people want to get real-time updates and information about your products and services, then it's a great tool to use. It's one that we use sparingly, just because of that factor, right? It can look spammy. Fraud security is a big issue in today's world. People are very weary of the communications they're getting. So you just want to be sure that if you do use SMS marketing, that you get that consent, that they're aware that it's coming, and you set an expectation of how frequently you'll be communicating in that way.
Next one, can you repeat the companies that assist with subject lines for effective emails? Thank you.
Yes, so the slide deck will go out, but there are a few that we use. I believe one of them is OmniSend. Actually, I will bring back up the slides. Apologize. So subjectline.com, email subjectlinegrader.com, and omnisend.com/subject line tester. These are all free tools that you can use to test your subject lines. And they're pretty good. They give you a score. They let you know what you can improve and how you can make the subject line even better. But this will be in the deck.
Okay, what is the best social media platform for males 35 to 70?
For males 35 to 70, social media, it really comes down to those goals and objectives. I think that it depends on who you're looking to reach and how you're looking to reach them. Facebook tends to have an older demographic. LinkedIn, you'll certainly see a lot of professionals who are in that range. And Twitter as well. So the social media platform you use should just align with how you're looking to speak to that audience.
Okay, next one's really a comment, not a question. One of our attendees for demographics, I found the census website to be very helpful.
Yeah, census data is really good. We use the S&P Global. We use a couple of other things. I mean, they're mostly paid tools that we use in-house, but the census is a really good free tool.
Should you use your customer database as a profile for social media target marketing?
Yes, you want to know who you already have, and who's looking at your business, who uses your products and services, and you want to build your social media base off of that, and really gain that loyal following. But you can also, once you do have a good steady sense of people that you're communicating to, you can always target other demographics and other bases within those profiles.
Okay, any recommendations for an online business with no physical office?
Any recommendations for an online business with no physical office? Yeah, all of these tactics are ones that you can use regardless of having a physical office. There are many businesses who do only live online, and they're using the same type of tactics. Look at Amazon, for instance. You're getting emails, you can see them in social media, but they do have some physical warehouses now, but they started primarily online. So all of these, it's the same type of tools and tactics.
Okay, what social media avenue do you prefer for services?
Services. I'm not
Service-based business.
For businesses.
A service-based business.
A service-based business. That one's hard. Which social media platform, I will keep reiterating, really depends on your goals and objectives. So it doesn't really matter what type of business you are. It more so matters who you're looking to reach and how you're looking to communicate with them. So like I said, Twitter is real-time communication. It's real-time conversations. They're happening every 30 seconds. Someone's having a thought. TikTok, they're little videos, 1 to 3 minutes. People are telling stories in different ways. Facebook is the timeline. It is promotional. You can use the advertising avenues there. LinkedIn is usually professional updates, and Pinterest is visual. So it's all visual social media, photos, things like that. Same as Instagram.
Another one, not a question, but kudos, great job.
Thank you.
Okay, another one, just providing some information. If you have geographically based business, census data and Bureau of Labor Statistics has data that may be helpful. So again, it's people sharing information. Thank you for the book. For a maintenance company, what is the best social media company to market for a service business? That's related to a prior question.
Yeah.
Some of this doesn't get to be redundant. Okay. Okay. an individual asking a banking question, they should contact your office. What is the website for the SEO? And do you just go to google.com?
For search engine optimization. So search engine optimization is actually a number of tactics that you implement in order to have your website found on the internet. So Google My Business is a really good place to start. It allows you to to claim that listing. And then, like I said before, if you have a WordPress, a Wix, any type of web's content management system, they give you the step-by-step directions so that your SEO is optimized for search.
Okay. What are your thoughts on Google Analytics, the paid plan?
The paid plan. They offer a really great free plan, and it's a good way to dip your toes in and to really get started with it. The paid plan obviously has many more resources and tools available to you. But yeah, I'm a fan of Google Analytics either way. So it's definitely going to change in the next few years as they transition to G4, which is just an upgrade of their system. So yeah, I would say get started with the free plan. Once you get comfortable with it and you really know what you're doing in there, that's a great time to then upgrade.
Okay. And I have several compliments. Great job. Thank you very much for the presentation. The slides are very informative. Just one more question here. Which is better, Google Analytics or Monster Insight?
I don't have any experience with Monster Insight, but I do know that Google Analytics, it's Google. They have a huge database, huge resources behind them, all of the artificial intelligence, so a lot of learning capabilities there. So I tend to lean towards Google, but that's only because I haven't used Monster Insight, so I'll have to check that one out.
Okay. That was it. Like I said, there were quite a number of accolades, and well-deserved, I may add. So excellent performance. People found it to be very, very informative. So we can go to the last couple of closing slides.
Absolutely. Thank you for bearing with me there. Sorry about that.
Yeah, just for next month, our webinar will be on November 9th at noon, and the topic will be planning to end Q4 strong and get ready for 2023. So again, that's one of our regular presenters. Jennifer Dawn will be presenting that topic again, approximately 1 month. Please, we look forward for you joining us. And I want to thank you. I especially want to thank Ashley for a wonderful presentation, a very informative presentation. And again, also well recognized by quite a number of our clients. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day, everybody. We'll see you next month.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.